Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to all on this manic Monday of a beautiful day here in the tack town in Tacoma, Washington, in the great Pacific Northwest of the U.S. of A. Yes, all welcome to MIDNITE's Smoke Session Volume 1. Just going off the rip, you know. Salute to everybody in these YouTube streets. We're in the beautiful place of Tacktown, and I salute all of you for being here with me today. Salute to everybody. Um, Salute to everybody. This is where I'm at. Wait, hold. Let me see if it flips it. Yep. This is where we are. Beautiful. Supposed to be another 90-ish kind of day. But it's feeling good right now. I have no complaints, you guys. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. But salute to everybody today on this Manic Monday. I've called Mondays hashtag Manic Mondays for years now. So that's just the beginning of the week. So I always say Manic Mondays. I salute all y'all for being very cool and hospitable. Chat gang in the building for the gang. Salute to Jay Prince. Salute to Team Fatty. Salute to Anton. Salute to Lapeef. Salute to everybody that I be tuning into to these YouTube streets. I am just freestyling it. First time. Well, it's not really the first time, but it's the first time in a long time that I've went on live just on spontaneous. I normally save it for the live stream gaming, but I've been kind of going through a kind of a mental block really with it, So, you know, I basically bought a gamer PC for it, but I ain't really got into it yet. So, oh, jeez, I get messages and there's some fucked up messages that I don't feel like addressing right now. Why is this so close? Why is this so close? Is this me? Anyhow, yes, we are live. Don't mind me. Shoes of the day with my Adidas and Nikes on. I ain't tripping though. I'm at home. So, yeah. Of course, the topic of the conversation this week, to start the week, is, of course, the young brother Ja Morant and his recent antics and shenanigans. Of course. It's the topic of discussion. Yes, it is. Um, my thoughts of it, my thoughts is basically, listen, when it comes to Ja Morant, okay? When it comes to Ja Morant, okay? Ja Morant is basically one of the top show attractions in the NBA right now, okay? He's one of the top show attractions. He's a very, very talented player. He's the best thing since Derrick Rose as far as his elevation, his fear of his slashing ability. He's very young. And he has time. he has time, and as long as he keeps his health up and he works out and takes care of his body and his mental, he has a lot of time and a chance to become a great, as long as he keeps working. The problem is, and so listen, stand the motherfucking man. Stand the motherfucking man. You know, stand the motherfucking man. Let me give you a wrench because you're the first person that's chatted on my stream. Stand the motherfucking man. Stand the motherfucking man is in the building. If y'all don't know who Stan the Man is, Stan the Man is a very good supporter of most channels y'all see him in. You know, he's has great comments. He's part of the chat gang. He supports. He's always looking for resolutions and solutions more than the fuckery. And he will pay to support your channel. He will pay to support your channel. That is Stan the motherfucking man. So if you guys see him in your chat or comments, make sure you please salute that guy, you know, because he is the motherfucking man. And when I see him, we salute each other, and that's how the way we do, you know. I'm going to go, listen, this is how it goes. Since this is my first live stream, like since when y'all like go back and see since like 2007, listen, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to salute the ones that salute me. So, next up, we have Sugar Motherfucking Bum Chocolate Gang in the building. Sugar Bum is one of the more known trolls in the YouTube streets. She is part of the chat gang. You probably won't see her on the panels, okay? But she is one of the more popular trolls. So if she appears in your show, that she is that chick. Whether you like her or not, she is that chick, and I respect her. And she's chocolate like me. You know, we salute the chocolate gang. We love light skins, all that, but you know, we represent what it is. You get what I'm saying? So Sugar Bomb always shows love. If she pops up in your chat, you must be doing something right. So we got to give Sugar Bomb. Now listen, I don't have no problems with Sugar Bomb. You know, so we get Sugar Bomb. We get Sugar Bomb because she is that. You know, so we represent Sugar fucking Bomb. Okay. The next one we have up, okay, really needs no introduction, okay? He doesn't need no introduction, okay, because if you know, you know. But since some of you may be new, some of you may not, is Triple B, okay? I I didn't plan on it. I just wing it. I'm just winging it. I mean, Miss Jill, I am just winging it right now. I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let me get out of my scary mode and like, fuck it. You know, I be on the panels. I be, you know, in the chat gang, but I haven't taken the time out to really do my own yet. I'm going to get a stream yard and do panels and stuff like that, but I don't want it to be boring. I wanted to have a conversation. We can get ratchet and all this and that and have some good dialogue. But mostly, I show respect to those that are doing it before me. Great presentation, editing, just a good show, good humor. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's why Miss Jill. And salute to Miss Jill. I'm going to get to your introduction too. But back to Triple B. Triple B is one of the greats. We call him the motherfucking mod father because he makes sure he salutes you, those in the chat. He don't respect the fuckery. He don't respect the fuck shit, but he will still salute and support you, and he will share links. He shouts you out really well, and he's really respected on these big platforms out here as the motherfucking moderator, top moderator. So, you know, Triple B, big bad bull, the motherfucking Modfather. You know what I'm saying? You know he's the motherfucking man. So we gotta make him the managing. We gotta give him a super wrench because he makes sure your stream is taken care of from spam, bullies, fuck shit, but respectfully, and will tell you about yourself. He will tell you about yourself with no problem. Him and Gail at night, the mod mother, you know what I'm saying? And the Don Mega Emperor Kodak the Great are not they are fearless to speak on how they feel, but we'll support you. But don't support the fuck shit. So y'all make sure y'all see Big Bad Bull pop up on your stream, you know, and in your channel, in your chat. Give him great kudos and credence, and give him much love because he will make sure your stream is intact and impactful for as long as he has the time to do so. And he is a brother of mine that I ain't met in person, but felt like I've known him forever. That is the motherfucking man, Big Bad Bull. Also, a sweet woman who's kind and also has great perspective is none other than Miss Jill, 1991. I don't know if that was the year that she was born, okay? But 91 was a good year. 91 was the year that I arrived here at this, let me see. This 91 was the year that I arrived here in this beautiful place of the Pacific Northwest. Yes. I am not in the hood anymore. I stay in the outskirts. I'm borderline in the hood, but I'm like in the cut in the hood. The hood is just down the way, but it's out the way to where I ain't got to worry about my car getting jacked. You know, a lot out here cars, people, you know, these stragglers that's off the fentanyl, they in here going and jacking cars. This is my mode. This is the backyard and the back alley. Deers and stuff come from over there. Every now and then you might see some deers, the mother deer with her family, and they travel around here. If you ever see me on stream sometime on Fight Club, I might pan the camera over. It might be some rabbits like I did on the Fight Club early yesterday, but I didn't zoom it in right. But we are in the 90-degree, rare 90-degree spring day out here in Tacoma, Seattle. Tacoma is 30 minutes away from Seattle, those that don't know. But Miss Jill is one of the darlings in the chat game. So, and she's always very nice and hospitable to me. So, and I appreciate her. So y'all make sure that you guys tap in to Miss Jill if y'all see her in the stream. If y'all watch this later or higher, so I gotta make her a moderator. It rhymes. It's bars. I will now, when I go on, I will let you guys know. I'll have a schedule to where, but I'll try to be respectful when I know ain't nobody on. Like this is the pre-show before before Fatty at 2 o'clock. You know, I'll probably never go on the same time as Fatty, Aaron O, Fight Club, Jay Prince, or any of the fellow people that I support that I tune into out of respect. But if there's some meantime, in between time, some pre-funking, and everybody like, where are we to go, late night or whatever, I'll probably just spontaneously go if nobody else does, because we should, you know what I mean? So this is what it is. So welcome all you guys. I appreciate y'all so much for popping in and sliding through and saying hello on my spontaneous smoke session. You know, so I'm just winging it. You know, I don't really get to say too much. You know, I say my piece and I dip in and dip out and dip in and dip out. But the presence is respected. I respect everybody on every platform because everybody has a voice. Everybody can win. Everybody can eat. Everybody can win out here. It's all about your production, your efforts, and your canning ability to keep the crowd intact. Okay, we know nowadays this, right? This is from my phone. Triple B. This is my father. This is straight from my phone right now. I just doing it from the app. That's why I ain't doing it. I haven't did it in the StreamYard yet. I ain't even got a StreamYard yet. I don't want to do the free trial where you see a StreamYard in the corner only could bring like 5 people up. I'm gonna do it the right way. You get what I'm saying? But when I'm serious about it, and when I really be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go on ahead and shoot them the money, so we can all get up there and talk and say your piece respectfully. We don't gotta insult each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person, I could laugh at myself, you guys. I'm a person, I'm a dark skinned man that, I got picked on by my skin tone. So when it came to women, and this is by my own people, I've never been discriminated against by a white person coming around saying the hard R when it comes to nigga. It was more so my own people that was speaking about my dark skin. I had a good mother that always told me that I was you're gonna be a fine chocolate man when you young chocolate man when you get older. And I was like, yeah, I know. Thank you, Mom. But I want to hear it from someone my age. I want my sister's friends to tell me that. So, as time grew on, I've learned to use my charm and humor, and when I got to the grooming age to take care of myself, I did as such. Fun fact, my hair, I've always kept short. These last 2-3 years, I let it grow out to see, because dang, one day I let my hair grow out, before I wait to get my hair cut. And I was like, I was like, damn, you know what? And the barber, he kind of sponged my head, greased it up, and I had some little twisty curls. And I was like, you know what? I kind of like this look. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like this look. So I stayed with it. I'm an older. I am 42 years old. I'll be 43. I got my grays. It's thinning out a little bit. Look, I tell y'all, look, if it ever gets that bad, I ain't keeping no bird's nest. It's going bald. I'll be shaving my head bald and keeping my gray silver fox beard. Yeah, this is gonna be me spontaneous because why not wing it every now and then? It's okay to plan a show and stuff like that. Good thumbnails. I will be trying to do good thumbnails and stuff like that, but I just was like, let's wing it. I'm smoking for the first time. Normally I say this for Fatty's show and I get on there, roll up, come outside and smoke. Fatty ain't going on till later. So I decided to let's see who will tune in, you know, and whoever tunes in that I recognize and know on a regular, they will be a part of the show, and I want them to feel like they are a part because they are a part of what I watch every day more than I watch TV. I am part of the Cord Cutter Nation, so this is my TV, the YouTube. So, and thank you, Stan the motherfucking man. I appreciate you. If y'all go back, I have my episodes, but how I got my 1,001.19 not million, but followers, 1,000 followers is because I started doing this shit a long time ago. So I've had 1,000 something followers for quite a long time, but it wasn't from me doing like content creation or nothing like that. It was from when I was uploading videos or music, because I'm a DJ. So when I got into the YouTube spaces before the panels and stuff like that, I was uploading music that folks couldn't find any other places. So when you go, like, my biggest video on YouTube right now is Bryson Tiller Chopped and Screwed by OG Ron C. From Houston, Texas. And because I kind of like chopped and screwed music. And I didn't know, what. I just posted it because I liked it. I like, if you know about chopped and screwed music, it's the introduction, it's the wordplay in between the actual song. Part of it by by OG Ron C. I had no idea. Lord, please don't let me get stung. I had no idea, you guys, that it would blow up the way it did. Of course, now, of course, I can't get monetized for the video because it's copyright and stuff like that. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not really worried about, long as I don't get, flagged too much. I'll figure out a way to play music on here doing the intros and stuff like that to where it's low or something. I'll figure it out because it's such a great part of the show. But it's like at a 300,000 views or something like that with tons of comments in there and stuff like that. And I went on live when I stayed in Atlanta just off a whim, like now back in '07 at my cousin's house, and a couple of Spreaker.com podcasts. I was doing podcasting in 2007 from Blog Talk Radio, so I was blogging, and doing a podcast back in '07 before it was the thing to do. So, and so when y'all see in my past stuff, you see a couple of Spreakers, and on there it's me talking, and there's me, having one of my mixes on there on the way to a gig. That's the content I had. And I just now started doing a few shorts and stuff like that. Some of them I just took from my my TikTok and stuff like that, you know. So who this is? Who this? You gotta watch these folks. I just be, listen. I'm in the good neighborhood. I'm in a great neighborhood. You feel me? But I come from the hood, so when I see somebody roll by slow like that, you still gotta be like, who the fuck is that? But yeah. Now um, don't mind me. I'm everywhere because I'm just winging it, you guys. So um, no, let me see what you guys are saying. Women really talk about light skin, dark skin to be a part of a conversation. Never really mattered in real life. Um, yeah, it really don't matter. We're all black, you know what I'm saying? We know, um, as black folks that, mixing, we love everybody till everybody don't love us. So we fucks with all cultures. Why is this cat just mobbing around like that? Looking for some, what is going on here? Interesting. Um, no, yeah, no, I don't mind the conversation. I'm confident in my dark skin now. I don't mind the jokes. I don't like the monkey jokes. I don't like, the only thing that might make me, give you a look like this is the monkey jokes. I don't, especially coming from a person that's black. I don't like the monkey jokes, even worse than a coon, I don't like the monkey jokes. I ain't had that, but I don't like another black person call another black um, person a monkey, you know. Even if it's saying you on some monkey shit. I get the ape shit, I'm a gorilla. If you gonna call me one, call me a gorilla. Call me a gorilla. Um, from men, of course, you know. But when I was younger, it was from both sides. When I was younger, the monkey jokes was from both sides. I didn't. I am grateful that I had thick skin because I know in today's time, you guys, these youngsters in this bullying kind of generation, which bullying has always been there, has always been one in every generation, but the sensitivity level has gotten worse. And a lot of people can't handle insults verbally the way they did when we were younger, to where we could just squab it out. We could just squab it out if it's that serious. Because you kind of know when someone kept talking about you randomly, you're like, damn, dude, you got a problem? You know what I'm saying? Let's just go squab right now. Let's knock it out, and then we could be cool afterwards. If not, then fuck you too. You know what I'm saying? But today's generation don't, and with the social media and camera phones, people don't have young folks, not all, don't have a thick skin. They're out here being more suicidal if you're shaming them, fat shaming, color shaming. You know, a lot of kids are really offing themselves now because of the things that I got called when I was younger. You know, and I asked my mom, like, why is my own people calling me monkey and saying I'm super black and I'm too black and I'm all this and that, and they look at me crazy. And she would just always be reaffirming and reassert that you're going to be a fine young chocolate brother when you get older. You're going to be a fine young chocolate man when you get older. You know, and I just always trusted her word in it. And yeah. Um, do I think, Miss Jill says, do I think dark skinned women have it harder in 2023 than dark skinned men? Um, yes. And I say that because um we kind of see it in music, we kind of see it in modeling even. We see it in a lot of aspects that, you know, that we're dark skinned, we're the spooky looking ones, you know, and the light skinned, the fair ones, is they're more like bright. We know the angel's food cake to the devil's food cake. We know the black cat theory compared to the white cat theory thing, you know, but yeah, they always try to, if we look at R&B for instance, when you look at R&B, there's a lot of great up and talented, like Ari Lennox. She's very good. Okay, there's a lot of chocolate ladies in R&B that's in groups who are very talented, even in rap. Okay, we have Rhapsody. She's a chocolate woman. But in R&B, we have Ari Lennox, very natural. She doesn't wear much makeup, doesn't wear many. She looks as more natural than you might catch her in anything else. And I don't mind a woman who doesn't, you know, I get it, you know, being natural is hard to keep up. But as long as you mix it in every now and then, because at the end of the day, I got to look at you in the bed either way it goes. You know, a man got to see you natural if we really like you anyway. We don't want to feel like you look like a totally whole different person when we're out the bed. So, um, but dark skinned women has it more harder because of, it's just, they just don't, we're scarier. You know, they don't, you know, you don't, you know, it's, unfortunately, they look at us as more scarier, but history tells us that we supposed to be way darker than what I am. You know, we seen the Peruvian guy on 300. We're supposed to be that color. Okay. History tells you that the sun is gravitating to you more as a darker person. You get what I'm saying? You know, the sun rays, it oozes down upon the darkness of your skin. It's the melanin. It feeds us. It feeds us to have a great day. That's why black folks are tropical more than we are cold. We didn't survive the ice age. Okay, we don't like the cold. We just don't. We don't like the cold. We like heat. Even if it's too hot, we'd rather have heat than cold. We will get wiped out like dinosaurs in the ice age, okay? But we love tropical. We survived the super hot days in Egypt, Africa, and the hot parts of the land of Kush because we we absorbed it. So I love my dark skin. I never felt ashamed about my dark skin. I just wondered why my own people had a problem with it, you know. And I sympathize with the ones who are feeling like they're multiracial and they have black in them but white in them. How that, and if you identify with how they identify you in the real world, but um, you just do not, you don't negate your ethnicity. We are the culture. Black folks are the culture. We We are trendsetters by design. Everybody copies us. We are the most giving, forgiving, nicest people in the culture, and it's a gift and it's a curse. We let people in just so they could take advantage of us and then go about their business. So, and at the end of the day, if we don't be more together than spreading ourselves to every other cultures like they are together, then we're going to continue to be in this lost system. And if the world sees you as black, then you're black. And then you explain to them the other part. Like, listen, I have Dominican, I have Mexican, I have et cetera, in me. You know, because there's darkness in every culture. It's just they just hide it from us, so we don't know that. That's really what it is for me. But dark skinned folks as a whole always has it harder. We're looked past before the lighter skinned folks, but we accept all colors of it. Melanin comes in all forms of brown, you know. So it's just the darkest is the strongest. Why do you guys think that in this world to where there's organ harvesting that they want black people? They want the black organs. That's why I ain't never being no organ donor. You're not finna just dig in. They're looking for the black American / African American, however you guys want to be. The organs, because they know our organs are strong. Why do you think there's a lot of celebrities that go and adopt children from Africa? You know, so that's it's we are the natural resource of everything. So, and that's what makes me feel good about my skin tone. I know that I am somebody. I know that my color is mimicked. I know that the Pope is praised to a black Madonna that's blacker than me. Okay, those that's keeping our history knows how powerful we are. They know that our mathematics and everything that we taught, how we aligned the pyramids with the sun, how we found electricity, but they brushed it off to Benjamin Franklin and Tom Edison. Um, the good thing about the internet and is that you find out a lot of things that school could never teach you and don't want to teach you for a reason. Just imagine if colleges and schools taught us the same kind of message that we heard from Hidden Colors series or Heavy is the Crown series. Okay, imagine if we would learn that kind of history along with American history in school. Things would be a lot more different around here. But we don't have no self-control as black people, as you can see what goes on in these different cities and how we're using these guns with the young generation, how there's still single parent homes out here. Because the fact of the manipulation of the system and the fact that we ain't fighting enough against that because we're scared of what may happen has got us in this place to where we're spread out everywhere more than we are collectively together. You know, for me, I like white people. I'm like Muhammad Ali with it. But there, like he said, in a certain sense, if there's 50, there's 10,000 white folks. We know there's about maybe 5 or 10 out of that 10,000 that are dope. And that's for us. The problem is we can't scope them out, though, if there's 10,000 people, to that context. Something to that. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but it's kind of close to that. But most black folks love who love us. Period. We don't want to get duped again. So we're having a hard time following anybody's stuff for real, especially when it comes to money, because we don't want to relearn, we don't want to unlearn to relearn. Okay, we don't want to know that religion is a cult and it's kept us captive to, instead of being spiritual. We're just now learning to be spiritual. We're just now learning to eat more healthier and vegan when that's what we used to do anyway. That was us. We was already that before folks came in colonizing things. And someone said that, you couldn't fight us head up. And so when you couldn't fight us head up, that's when you went and got the gunpowder. That's when you went and got the gunpowder. Because we was beating your ass with the bare minimum. And y'all, you couldn't fuck with us until you went and got the gunpowder. But we are the strongest. We are the strongest. But, we've lost our way. So here we are. And the younger generation doesn't listen to us. Take for Ja, for example. Okay? Ja comes from a good family. He had a mother and a father. Okay? Um, if you do your research, you know that, he's been part of the hood, but he was raised right. Okay? And at the end of the day, Ja represents this part of this young generation that is hard headed. Okay? Um, and I said this on Fight Club early last night. Ja is hard headed. Okay? You don't go on TV with Jalen Rose and say that I was a bad representation of my team and the organization and the league, and I won't do this again on live television or on national television. I don't know if it was live, but and then you go and do it again. You are not just an average NBA player. You are D in the motherfucking building. What up, D? D is another person I know in the chat. He's very solid. He always acknowledges the real ones in the chat. You don't always gotta acknowledge me. It's just the fact of what I see. I see the real respected chat gang, and I see the new and up and coming ones. So I give salute to the ones that I've seen since the Lapie Fight Club, Anton, Fatty, J Prince, Hink, etc. shows. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all see wrenches over here, because these are the most well-respected folks on panels and the chat gang, because the chat gang is undefeated, and you don't forget about the chat gang because we're part of it. You don't forget about the trolls, the respected trolls, because they are the part of it and they do contribute. And when you become a personality in itself from the chat, that says a lot about your character and how you conducted yourself in these YouTube streets. And so when people see that, they tend to show love back. I'm not going to be one of those that's going to ignore you. I'll include the chat into the conversation as well as the panels. But of course, the panels are more important because they're actually up there. If I ever do panels, I might just have, now they got to where I could have a guest on just like this. But they'll, I have to know. I don't know how it works. I didn't switch it over to the side to see. But no, I like it here. I like it here. I'm not one of those. I'm considered a pookie. I got kids. I have baby mamas, but I am a man, and I get my money, and that's what matters to me. I don't really be bothered why folks characterize what I do. Some folks be making fun of what I'm smoking and whatever, but I've never tried nothing but weed before. I don't even smoke cigarettes. Okay, so I barely even drink, you guys. I got a case of Corona that I've had unopened in the house since my last birthday. And liquor, I barely even sip from. Okay, because I like to keep my mind clear, just in case some shit goes down. I don't want to be incoherent when the real shit goes down. But I like to have fun. If I'm comfortable around you and I'm drinking, that's because I'm comfortable in the space and place and the people that's surrounding. So that's me. You know what I mean? I'm a regular smuggler guy like everybody else. I got kids, baby mamas, and I still love women though. If y'all know, I ain't scared to talk to men, women, in these streets, YouTube streets, and on the panels. And look, call me simp all you want to for me appreciating a woman, especially a black woman, especially a fine black woman. I guess I will be a simp then, cause I like coochie. But to you cats out here that don't never get on the panels and you don't at least got no goddamn avid, no real picture up there calling somebody a simp, you give off no pussy, no getting no pussy vibes. And no, I get it. You know, it doesn't make you everything because you can get it. You know, but if you don't know how to talk to a woman, and you don't know how to come at a woman, and you don't know how to, it's like Steve Harvey said, you ain't got to be the finest in the room, okay? But if you're well dressed in the room, people are going to fucking notice. And if you come correct, people will give you respect. So that's what I try to look. And this is coming from Steve Harvey. This is the king simp. But I know how to take things from the people, you know, and integrate it into what I'm saying to make it make sense at times. Because I agree with that, you know. But you look, he got his money, and it's hard for me to talk about Steve because he's, you know, he's from Cleveland where I'm from, so I kind of tend to give grace to, you know, people that's from where I'm from, or from where I'm at. You know what I mean? You know, right? Eat the meat and spit out the bones. Absolutely. But so that's why I try to, you know, I try to live by that. So when y'all see me on the panels, you know, I like to smoke because it keeps me at calm, it keeps me at ease. Um, I'm not, you know, I don't need it all the time, but I need it. You know, it's a part of the thing. Yeah, pause. Absolutely, pause. Absolutely. So yeah, man, y'all. This is Ray Midnight Marauders. Everybody in the chat is part of the Midnight Marauders. That's the name of my gang in the YouTube streets, the Midnight Marauders. If you know Tribe Called Quest, you know what I'm talking about. I am 42 and a half. Well, not and a half, but I am what they consider old out here. I guess. I guess. I guess I'll be old, but listen, be blessed that you can make it to 40 out here. Because I wasn't supposed to make it to 40. I'll tell y'all that. You know, I wasn't supposed to get past 25. So, um, get into 42 is amazing. You know, and I still feel great. You know, I still feel like I'm in my late 20s as far as mentally, as far as confidence, as far as just living life. I don't feel as old as I'm being portrayed out here, but that's fine. But I hope by the grace of God and by the blessings of God or the higher one or the creator that all the young folks that I know and that I know in these YouTube streets can get to 40 and be and maintain, and you know the next goal is to get past 50, you know. So you want to get to my age and still feel like I can still hang and evolve with the younger crowd, and still know that you got to go get a suit, you know. You know, every man should have at least one or two suits. I only have two. Okay, so but I need, you know, to up, you know, the casual game because now I'm at the age I go to day parties now. Um, my night, you know, I know y'all seen some of the memes like the night ends at 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'm at that age to where it's happy hour, and then the night might end at 10, but it depends on the event. I can go to 2, okay, but I'm at that age now that all my group, women and guys, from 35 to 45 and up, is happy hour time. And by 9 or 10, we chilling. And if you coming over, you coming over. But you ain't out all night because the phone, I'll be asleep. But for me, Ray, I'm a night owl. So I'm up in the nighttime. But I'm at that age now. The club scene is you feel like you're a grandpa in there. But there's a lot of older cats who's older than me who's still in there trying to feel young. Okay? And you're only as young as you feel. So I don't knock that either. Me, I'm a DJ, so I gotta be in the club scene. But I love R&B. When it's time to turn up, I know it's time to turn up. I know the new shit too. But but I'm older now, so but I'm experienced. I'm a 90s teen, okay? So the 90s was the everything. Every year in the 90s was fun. The 80s was cool too, but that was my single digit years. But the 90s, man, you got, like in the words of Fat man on man, you guys missed out on some fun times. Dangerous? Yeah, it was, Crips and Bloods and different gangs. But if you knew better, you was not, you walked past that and kept going. But everything was fun. No social media, no cell phones, unless you were balling and you had that big block one. Was fun. And I miss it. And it was the last of the golden era of everything. And now the social media here is killing off everybody's physical interaction. Don't nobody want to, really talk in person no more, because I could just talk to you and video chat you and go live and talk to you guys this way. I don't got to meet up at the club. We can just meet up at the Discord. We can meet up at the YouTube, you know. So social media is killing off physical interaction. And so much to where the internet, now they're shutting down a lot of physical things, malls and, a lot of things. So you just gotta find, at my age, you gotta find a line in between, but still evolve. You can't be that old dude who's like, nah, I'm not conforming to none of this new shit. You're gonna be lost in the sauce. That's why I salute people like Angry Man. He's my age. Him and Israel Mills, him and Izzy Bands, they're my age. They're in my age group. You know what I mean? That's why we all relatively related, in the sense I can go kick it with them, and be like, we could talk about those old times. Big Giz composition. Big Giz composition in the building. Salute to you and your music journey. Keep going. Listen, Big Giz, I'm going to tell you this, because I know you be seeing what I see in the comments on Fatty's channel when he plays your music. And salute Fatty, because Fatty is giving a platform, as his platform is growing, to folks in the chat for their enterprises, whether it be fashion, music, design, or whatever, or anything. And Big Giz is one of the more recent additions to his music that he added. Big Giz, I'm going to tell you this as a DJ. Now, I know you see what I see in the comments. Now, I seen your response. You respected the criticism. It helps you to keep working. Utilize the criticism of the keeps going. You're never too old. Okay? You're never too old to do your passion. I was supposed to start this music journey of DJing long time ago, because I'm like a baseball, football, basketball card collector when it comes to music. I have tons of mixed B, 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 B. Okay, cool. Back to what I was saying. I collect mixed CDs that I've made, and CDs like they're cards, bro. I love music. So I was being told that, Ray, you should have been a DJ. I know, I just was busy being a dad. I'm the guy that once I know I'm a father, I submit to being a father. I help the mother to be better. I've made some decisions to better the family in the hopes that we could. I was trying to kill the myth of the single parent family. You know, I was trying to kill the stigma and the myth of the single parent home. Every relationship I've had and children's mother I've had, they were long-term relationships except for the first one. And even with the first one, me and her got to know each other because we was both trying. It was both of our first child. So we took those 9 months to get to know each other. And the ironic thing is that my oldest child's mother, she's 10 years older than me. I met her when I was 22. She was almost 30. So now she's 50 and I'm 43, or about to be 43. But I was trying to kill the myth. So I was trying to be with these women. I want in my family. I didn't have my dad wasn't in my life, in my household every day. He was obsessed with my mom. I found this all out as an older man, but he wasn't right up here. When your mom, I don't know if your mom, hey man, my mom is telling you your dad crazy, but you used to blow, you being funny, but literally she's saying this dude was crazy. She told me stories that is unbelievable, but he was really obsessed with my mother. And now as an older man, I see in all the images and vividness and nostalgic things that come in my mind. Um, yeah, but he was never that way towards me. When it came to me, his family was everything, and my aunties was everything to me. And because I reminded them of their dad or someone in their family. I looked just like them, the dark skin. They loved my dark tone, and they just loved me. And my dad bought me my first Nintendo. I was 7 years old. I used to have to walk him home at 6, 7 years old because he would sit in our apartment hallways waiting for my mom to get home, and he would be super drunk. And sometimes he would be laid out there. I'm 6, 7 years old, you guys, maybe 8, maybe 7 to 9. And I stayed the night with him, listening to Al Jarreau and Kenny G and Take 6. And I walked him home because he wasn't, he stayed in a studio apartment at the time it had a gated elevator. And as I remember it, he didn't have a bed. He had like 1 or 2 mattresses, and yeah, he was good to me. His family was good to me. He bought me my first Nintendo. Of course, it became the first Nintendo. Studio Mansion. Look, if y'all notice, I got a list. Don't tell nobody. A lisp. Don't tell nobody. Studio Mansion in the building. Another recognizable person in the chat. Salute to Studio Mansion in the building. But I love my dad, but he didn't come after we moved here to Washington State. That kind of subsided. He didn't come out, I didn't have no real father figure other than unless it was from my friends after Cleveland. And it wasn't like he was the father figure to teaching me about life. He was just there. He had money, and he did for me, but he wasn't teaching me nothing yet because he was going through his own thing. And so, but again, when I hear these stories now and see these kids how they're handling life and they ain't have that structured father in the home, and And the mom was running the streets. She was out after work. You hear like, damn, they just took the wrong path early, or is taking. But somehow, I don't know. I always felt like I had an angel by my side to be like, nope, oh, Ray, you go this way. Even though you seeing what's going on this way, don't go this way. Make sure you going this way. If you don't do nothing else in life, you don't go through college, you don't become, whatever. Make sure you ain't, easily peer pressured to do some fuck shit that will rearrange your whole life in the last fucking in a worse way, you know. And I know we see that if you black, there's a lot of time that you're raised in the inner city or the hood. There's one in every family. There's one person off dope or something. The elephant in the room. There may be a creep in your family, whether it's the uncle or a dad or a cousin or something. There's a lot of times it's not talked about, you guys, but there's one of those two things in a lot of black families. And most times that's raised in the hood, inner city, ghetto, bad area of everything. And there's one in the suburban if you came off well. A lot of times it happens in the a lot of the times it happens, if you raised in a good family, because you never would have thought it would have been him. But these are two things that are a lot of prominent in black households. And I mean, some in white house. We've seen the stories, right? But the elephant in the room, there's a lot of creeps in the black family home. And then folks be knowing it. And folks be knowing it. Can't speak for everybody, but it's very, very, very prevalent. Thanos. Motherfucking theory. The diamond cutter. The diamond cutter. Do you understand who this young brother is, man? Okay? This brother here, man, Thanos theory, is one of the more young intellectuals and plays it fair down the middle, like Aaron O and Cheeky Banner. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot deny Thanos theory. Salute to Thanos theory for his first show and saying pretty much the same reasons why I will start a channel going more if I really, because there has to be more good, fun, grown vibes while still having the conversation about things and hearing everybody's perspective that's needed, whether you're older or younger. We have to start talking more about resolutions and solutions as black folks for our upcoming children and children that we want to have. You know, he had a great show with beautiful women, beautiful moderators in the chat. It was good vibes, and that's what you want. You want a balance so that things don't get too saturated. I'm tired of hearing about the gender wars conversation when we know that the same black women we talk about, we love, and we're probably going to fuck them after the show and the stream is over. Okay? But then some of us are like those evil bosses that work that, or, you're not really an asshole, but you get out that frustration, you come and take it out to your stream. You get what I'm saying? And it's not really the person you're like. I believe if I was going to Anton's meetups, I'm me. This is me, you guys. What did you get from me? I'm Ray Midnight on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. But Facebook is where I'm more personal. That's that's me. I know everybody don't rock with it. But you go facebook.com, Ray Midnight, you'll see me, real name, everything. You know what I mean? I'm straight down the middle. It's me. Pictures, posts, everything. I love funny stuff. K. Damn, did I step on my ropes? Ah, damn, that's so much for that. In the mother kaboom Guess who stepped in the room to Cal? If you know, you know. K, the motherfucking chat legend for the gang, timestamp fucking Kobe. You want somebody to do your motherfucking timestamps. You under dig? You salute to motherfucking K. You understand what I'm saying? K brings great peace. Another one of the young ones, the young G's that has a good perspective. You know what I'm saying? And he says what he says and he means what he means. You get what I'm saying? Those are the ones I respect. Long as you consistent in who you are, and I appreciate you, K. You know how it is, man. I appreciate you stepping in to the smoke session volume 1. You know what I'm saying? I was smoking on my nephew's shit. He, you know, when you get that baggy weed, you guys, that's that good homegrown sticky icky where it's making your thumbs. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go wipe your hands off. Now the dispensary weed is cool too, but you gotta spend a lot more to get what you want to get from the baggy weed. You get what I'm saying? As long as y'all smoking over 25%, you gonna get with anything that's below 20% or 25%. You're kind of getting into the Reggie. You're kind of getting into the Reggie. But women don't care. You go over a woman's house, she's smoking weed. You go look, just look at the back of her weed. That should say 19%. She just smoking. It's just a cigarette. It's just a flavorable cigarette, pretty much, with a little bit of high in it. But that's just me though. That's just me though. But my nephew brung that sticky shit over, boy. I'm glad that's gone because that shit be having me knocked the fuck out early. Man, that's strong. You know, you can't smoke that strong at 43, man, unless you out sociable. When you sociable, I could drink more when I'm sociable. I could smoke more because you're talking. You in the vibes, you enjoying the music, all that shit. But other than that, when you alone, man, you can't be smoking that chiba, man, like that, man. You gonna fall asleep, man. But that's what I do, man. You know. So yes, I'm a professional DJ now, you guys. I do it professionally. I used to do it for fun, but then people start requesting my time, and then when you start making $500 to $700 to start, and then now after 4 years you making like 7 to 9 every gig. You know, man, you guys, hey man, you can't knock that money, man. You don't really have to have it. The good thing about being self-employed is that you have more time, right? You got way more time, and see, yeah, what? So you studio, you work at a spot that? What's up, son? I'm chilling. I'm on live. I'm talking to my good people. What you need? Nothing. Oh, okay. Now, do you work at a lingerie spot? Man, kudos to you. Look, man, listen, if you comfortable in your masculinity, you can handle and you could handle a lot more things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm solo dolo, but because, you gotta watch, you can't just be going around hitting everybody blunt, especially if they ain't part of the small squad, man. You gotta make sure, you know, you gotta make sure that it ain't laced with nothing. You get what I'm saying? And this right here in Seattle and Tacoma, the fentanyl thing is bad. Okay, now as y'all know that the All-Star game is coming. All-Star game is coming. So the All-Star game is coming. First time it's been here since I think like 2005. Don't correct me. No, don't quote me on that. Oh, the local. Yeah. Listen. You got a lot. Listen. The key to getting people to your dispensaries is women. Okay? Women, good music in the background, sports and music in the screens. You want to run a dispensary and you want people to come to your shit, have those three things in order. Music, women running it mostly, and with a few guys. And if you got big screens, sports and music, and dope cars running across the screen back and forth. I'm telling you. Then I only go to one dispensary, and it's just one called Zips, and it's because the atmosphere is just dope. The vibes is everything. Hospitable people. So if you rocking one that's girls rocking lingerie, I probably would be going there all the time. Cause here we don't have. That's a good idea. But here, see, look, mom, look high as hell already. You come up here, you find women like that at the baristas. They got baristas like, um, where there's women that's wearing scantily clad lingerie, bikinis, because it's gonna bring the men there. You get what I'm saying? But the thing about that, it brings creepy men too, though. And some of it, but good thing they don't stay open all night. But there are baristas that has women that have women in lingerie. But I get it. Listen, sex sells. You're a woman out here. You're winning, and that's just what it is. I mean, and a lot of traditional men don't like that. They don't like the fact that women are making their money and they're eating out here. You get what I'm saying? I don't know who this guy is, but get it. Man, you look like a spam name, dude. We gonna put you in timeout till we figure out who that is, bro. I don't know. You look like a spam dude. Um, but yeah, the barista chicks is doing their thing. Matter of fact, no. Um, what was I saying though? But no, it's that up here. It's just the fentanyl thing is bad, and it's really bad in downtown Seattle right now. You guys go to the Instagram page. Seattle looks like shit. Seattle underscore looks underscore like underscore shit, and it's bad. It's really really zombie land out there. It's it's basically looks like the 90s when the dope era was around and we seen nothing but smokers. And y'all know what y'all, I mean, if y'all raised from the hood and 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 y'all, y'all raised from the hood and you was around the dope era and y'all seen smokers a lot, then you know what I'm talking about. Now though, it's more white with a few blacks doing it. More than in crack was a lot of blacks and a few whites. And it looks zombie land. Like these folks don't care. They're doing it in front of these big department stores. Like Nike Town up here had to shut down because they'll say it's something else, but it's because it was zombie land, you guys. So um it's just bad, and I like I said, they're gonna probably clean it up because they have the Go ahead, X. They're probably gonna have they're having the All-Star game here. Right now Seattle's popping right now because we have the Kraken, our first hockey team that's only, or the recent expansion team that's only been around but for maybe 2-3 years, that may be going to the Western Final, and they have a game 7. So the city's kind of going crazy about that because hockey, we're right by Canada, so hockey is a big thing between the two places. So the city's going crazy, but we miss our basketball. We miss our pro basketball. So things was much different. So here we are. We're just big Seahawks, and the Mariners is getting there, but Seahawks are the team right now for the whole state, pretty much. But we support everything. But fentanyl is pretty bad. It's bad. The homeless thing is bad, like most cities. It's not like Skid Row, uh, L.A. Right? Yeah, they cleaned up Phoenix for the Super Bowl. They'll Look, they will have a major sweep when it comes to event because it's going to bring millions of dollars to the city, millions of dollars to the state because the All Star game or the Olympics. Like when the Olympics went to Atlanta, it brought hundreds of millions of dollars and changed everything in Atlanta. Like if Seattle ever landed uh, the Olympics as the place, everything would change. You know what I'm saying? So, um, shout out to Atlanta. But fentanyl is bad. Just go type up Seattle looks like a shit show on Instagram, and you'll see it's pretty bad downtown. Now Tacoma here, we got it here, but it ain't nobody's doing that downtown. Our downtown ain't metropolis, but it's not. It's homelessness is the thing. Homelessness is a big issue, and I'm seeing folks standing in Walmart parking lots with Corvettes in their car. So, and along with young runaways. So it's not really that some people just can't afford to rent and get by like they used to. And that's where we are. That's why we have to get back to a point where it's better to be together than apart because they never made it easy for us anyway, and they're not going to continue to make it easy for us. That's why we got to get it ourselves. And the few that's the 2%, like W.E.B. Du Bois said, that makes it is appreciated. The ones we seen that's making it out here, um, you got to salute because we're not supposed to be a part of that. So yeah, studio mansion. Yeah, I agree. We have escorts, and there's still prostitutes walking up and down the strip, other than Vegas, up Aurora Ave in Seattle. You can go look that up on YouTube and see that. And they'll be yeah, that's the money grab for them. Like, ooh. So yeah, they're gonna be out like strippers would be if a celebrity pops up in the club. They going to be active on All Star, Pro Bowl, even though Pro Bowl's in Hawaii, but they start moving the Pro Bowls to major cities, it's going to be cracking because everybody's out, you know. So, I mean, it just is what it is. This is part of the game. Women are winning out here, and I'm fine with it. Long as you just don't forget to be for us. You can go and listen, when I'm down, you make sure that I'm right because when that's my job to do for you when I'm right. So for me, as long as you don't forget who I am as a man and you ain't trying to be more masculine than me as a man, I don't have a problem with women winning, you guys. I really, really don't. I don't have a problem with women getting their money. Just don't disrespect us. Just don't treat us like shit because you're making $100,000 more than us. You know what I'm saying? Because we know how to go do that quicker and faster than you. We realize y'all are more mature, you know, and y'all are learning better and smarter. But guys, we just want to work and make the money. We just want to. We feel like we don't. Some of us don't feel like we need to go waste our time in college to go get the money we need to maintain and to attain. So um but I salute those that do. Those that make it out, those that can be there for their family, those that's been married over decades. Like, everybody might not like Auntie J, but when she talk about her marriage, she comes from a time long before me. So her and Nidus comes from a time before me. The 70s, the late 60s and 70s and 80s crowd, but they were already grown. So I can go and ask them from wisdom. And I know I'm gonna get the real. That's why I call Nidus Triple OG, because when I get the perception of him, I know that if I go ask him for some wisdom about that time, I don't negate what he has to say how it was back then. And as well, I respect that he's trying to evolve. He's evolving and he's with the social media at his age. I like the fact that Auntie J has been married so long Sometimes if you learn how to wean through her funny shit, she be talking some real shit sometimes. You get what I'm saying? So, um, but in these spaces, the best thing to do is stay down the middle. Let people think what they want to think. I get things that, oh, well, you over on Fatty's side all the time. You know, well, because Fatty's a great content creator. Fatty has great production. Fatty has great editing skills. Fatty has implemented the chat into his supporters, which in turn towards as the supporters supporting him. When you show love to the chat and you acknowledge the chat in the panel and you include them, then that's what they will do for you more than you will asking them to do for you. Which is nothing wrong with that either. Because people like Angry Man has they're up here and they work hard on their craft. You have to respect that. You don't gotta like him, but you have to respect what he does and has done. He's evolving since his time, but he's allowing people on panels. He's creating toxic vendors for other content uh, creators that are trying to get on out here. But you still have to respect the person, never outshine the master. We know this. You don't gotta know all the 48 laws of power, but there's gonna be one that's gonna stick with you for your lifetime. And if you can have 5 of them, that is dope. But at least 148 laws of power. Okay? It's not always about the fact that it's a man-made book that you can't always trust it. Sometimes you can't worry about the messenger. But did you get the motherfucking message? You get what I'm saying? Did you get the message? Because sometimes it doesn't always matter about the message. Did you get the message? That's me. Did you get the message? So, and also, and I respect. By the way, when I'm on marriage, I respect Anton and his marriage. But when I look at Anton, I look for him for money and structure he brings into different topics. What's going on? Because I'm not married, but I respect that he can tell me a lot about it because he's a younger. He's at my age. He's in my age, but he's married. You know, and and I respect that because at the end of the day, if you can be married and it's not about money, but y'all can coexist and co-parent and co-win together. I love that because that's what marriage is about. We think too much about what happens at the end more than why do I even have to worry about the end if I'm trying to be with you forever and I know that you're going to hold me down if I'm down and I'm going to hold you down when you're down. And when we're up, we still can keep it spicy amongst each other and still get out here and see the world. That's what I respect about Anton. I might not know of everything he do, but I respect that how he's playing the game out here and how he is growing and evolving and creating his channels into different outlets for everybody to tap into if they don't, so they just don't have to relegate one. I was there when he announced that he was going to do Fight Club, and I was there on the first show in the chat. And I'm glad it is what it's become. And a lot of the people I know in the chat and on these panels, I've come to know from Fight Club, in the chat, in the Lapeef. Because we all was there. You know? And listen, Juggernaut energy good. You want to keep it going. Keep striking while the iron's hot. There's nothing wrong, you know what I'm saying? I respect what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to know him, but I kick it with him. I kick it with him, son. Absolutely. I don't gotta like everything he say or do, but I respect what he's doing as a man for his family and his, he's providing. And he's creating opportunities for other people to shine and eat, like Aaron, and others that run Fight Club and help them branch off into their own channels to have their own personalities that we branch off to. The good thing about Anton is that if you fuck with Anton, his followers will follow you. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get from Anton. His followers will follow you. That's just the moderators chat that you fuck with him, it will fuck with you. As long as you got good content and you have great appeal and personality about yourself. Because even if you get that, that don't mean it's going to equate to success if you don't have good personality and great appeal and great presentation and great topics to discuss. If you can master not talking about what everybody else is talking about and still be a good topic to have folks tune in, for me that's great. I'll take this 5 to 10 people in here as long as y'all understand where I'm coming from and it's not the same thing. And at least it's going to be the same thing. At least it's going to be the same thing. You're bringing a whole different perspective about it. Like, I don't rock with Chaotic Truth as a whole because I just don't rock with it, the shock jock shit. But I get the game is that I don't think he's that kind of person in real life. Hey, man. I'm trying to talk here. So, excuse me. But but it's good to have a devil's advocate though, to make you think. I think he's a good, smart brother. I don't like the shock jock shit because it kind of. But now, as I'm growing to watch him a little bit more, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it because it needs to be something that we all can't be no echo chamber, like y'all say. We all can't be yes men. There has to be somebody that asks the hard questions sometime. Long as it ain't too messy, know your place in these YouTube streets. Don't step yourself into situations that you don't. If you feel like it's gonna, make you feel like you picking sides, don't step into it. Be straight down the middle. If you rock with JP, rock with him. You rock with Fad, you rock with me. You rock with Cheeky, Aaron, Sherelle, whoever else. That's fine. You get what I'm saying? That's fine. Don't let nobody manipulate you. As long as you don't be up there talking shit about people, but then saying that you rock with everybody. I got tried for that once, and I had to tell folks like, "Well, prove to me when I've ever said something bad about Jay Prince." I laugh at him because he's a funny man. He's very funny entertainment, but I respect the fact that he's a single father, a rare thing that's taking care of all them girls on his own. I wish I could have some time with my both of my daughters, but their mothers took them away from me. And it's not easy. So I understand why he would prefer to have some kind of woman around to help them women still have that feminine side. Because he can't be that for them. They need that feminine side. They could, so um and he ain't perfect, but he's hilarious. And when Fatty's not on or late night streams and when other people's not on, sometimes his live streams be the shit. And when he gets better, the money will start rolling back in. When the content created comes better, and people see it, then they'll get back to supporting him. We're all invested into his thing because when it was the Black House, we all was there. It was a juggernaut. We was repping the black flag everywhere, invading. But if you know, if you was there from the beginning of Fatty and Jay Prince to the creation of the Black House and how both people brought things to the table of each other. We know what Fatty and his team brought. And we know what JP brought to Fatty. That's why y'all still keep seeing these back and forths, because there was a genuine care about these men genuinely talked to each other and cared about. As if whether you're hundreds of thousands of miles away or that them guys was on the phone talking about personal things like men, and they helped each other, and it just fell apart. And here we are. So I still rock with both of them because both bring good content, funny, whatever it is, dumb, stupid, smart, whatever. It's, and Faye is just on his way. You get what I'm saying? I come from Dr. Hood, though. You get what I'm saying? Doctor, when he got me on, he'd be like, okay, I could do these panels thing. And Dr. Hood is from out where I'm from. And, he's been trying to come around. He's not, all the way doing it like Faye, but he's, he just tries to get his thumbnails right, and, you know, he'll get it right. But that's home base for me mainly. And a lot of content creators that stopped by, slid through in the chat and said, what's up to Dr. Hood? And when, he come back into space, you'll see him back on the panels again. That's my guy. He's from where I'm from. And Raheem Ali, Happy Man, you know. So those are my guys, you know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, that's me, Ray Midnight, you guys. Volume 2 smoke sessions. We got at 1:43. You know how Fatty do with the time, so he's scheduled to be on at 2. So, this was the pre-funk and introduction, the reintroduction to me and my man, where I'm at. This is my man cave room. So if y'all see it messy with clothes, I need to really get rid of my clothes. I am a clothes hoarder, okay? I love dressing. You know what I'm saying? But you look, Fact Studio, I want you to get, I want Ja Morant to get better. But he's young. But don't blow, you're still a grown man. Don't blow the bag. Don't blow the bag. And JP, yes, I want JP to win. And I want him to get better, but that he's still a grown man. He has to figure it out. But he has good people that he feels that can lead, to help guide him and advise him to keep him at the straight and narrow, as Fatty and him tried to do and tried to be. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully JP gets to where he wants to get, and hopefully he documents it and he brings us along with the journey because it's part of content, and it lets people know you just don't relegate yourself to the house. But what I was saying is that this is my man cave room, my own space. Okay, I am a clothes hoarder. So you might see them laying around. They be clean. I don't have a dresser in here because it's not this room. So, and I don't want to put my clothes in the garage because creepy crawlers might be on on my stuff, and my stuff. I value my clothes. I really need to get rid of them and donate some of them to the Goodwill. But I just ain't got around to it because it's like, oh no, I'm gonna. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna let it go. Let it go, Ray. Let it go. Let it go. So. But I have all my equipment and stuff. I practice my laptop. Like this is, look, it's messy. Look, look, I'm transparent. Listen, I'm transparent. Listen, this is how my space looks. This is my new gamer PC-ish laptop. That's my laptop with this is my weed. It's a little mess. My ring light. There's my DJ stuff, my flat, my dusty Xbox, So if y'all ever wonder how it looks on the side, yeah, and it's just clothes everywhere. I got my fatty-ish kind of closet, but it ain't nothing but LA jerseys. It's all kind of stuff. So my shoes is on the bottom. It's where I keep all my stuff. My comfortability as a man, and it doesn't smell like corn chips and toe jam in here either. It probably smells more like well, I don't even smoke in my house, so I smoke outside, if y'all know this. I could, but if it's really cold, I'll just crack the window and close the door. But it's be pretty decent out here, so I smoke outside. I like to remember that God is nature too. So I still like to go and absorb nature. So guys, we have less than 15 minutes away to Team Fatty Show. I will see you guys, man. I thank you guys so much. Again, if you see anybody in blue, the blue team, it's only because I know these guys. We appreciate each other in the chat and on the panels. And it's good to feel acknowledged and recognized, So you gotta give love to where love is given. You gotta give respect to where respect is given until it ain't. It is what it is until it ain't. Right? So um I will see you guys at Team Fatty. Thank you to K, Studio Mansion. Let me see who else. Um, who else? Big Bad Bull. Um, who else? Miss Jill 1991. Thanos Theory, you know, and Big Giz Composition. D, you know, Stan the motherfucking man. Who else? Make sure I ain't miss nobody. And Sugar Bum. Make sure I ain't miss Sugar Bum. And yeah, man. Until then, y'all made me feel comfortable. I appreciate that because I wasn't nervous as I thought I was gonna be. I guess that's the experience of being on these panels. So yeah, we going where we at, man. We on our way to Team Fatty. I don't know who else is going live today on this Manic Monday, but make sure y'all tune in to them. And I'll see y'all in these YouTube streets. And oh hell no. I'll see y'all in a minute. Thank you guys, man. And look, man. See y'all whenever Fatty go on after too. Cause he be on black folks time. So see y'all then. Till then, right midnight. Midnight Marauders for the gang. Y'all know where we at. I see y'all. I'm finna go right across the street over at the Fatty house. See y'all there.